Rabbi Pinto and the Torah tzaddikim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Be'ezrat Hashem will give each and every one of you big bracha v'atzlacha.
Amen.
Siyata d'shmaya gedola. V'nadalnu v'chetkon v'ziketkon. And Be'ezrat Hashem this day will bring a personal redemption for all of us, and Be'ezrat Hashem redemption for all Klal Yisrael. Amen. You know, Baruch Hashem, with all what's happening in the world, every single person is put in a position where we all feel stressed. Some of us feel stressed for Parasha, some of you feel stressed for finding a zivug, some of us feel stressed for passing this period of sickness. Stress is something about that is inevitable, and especially in this period of time in our world, in our life, that no one would imagine that we would have to go through what we're going through. And you know, but when we think about this concept of stress, the first thing that everyone attaches it to is complete self-destruction. Or whenever a person is stressed, he eats himself up from the inside outwards. And this self-destruction, this stress, not only does not keep a person in this world for a long time, but it gets people sick. You see people, they start taking pills, people, they start getting into big fears, people don't sleep at night, that this stress is essentially the destruction of a man from within a man. So the question that a lot of people are craving so much, how can a person get rid of this stress? And especially in this period of time that the world is going through, what do we do? So now, but the Zohar Kadosh teaches us something which is extremely unique and actually goes against all logic and all what a person would think would make sense. The Zohar Kadosh says the secret for getting rid of fear and stress is fear and stress. So you want to say, what is the connection? How can you get rid of fear by having fear? So Zohar Kadosh says something like this. He says, you know, there's a fear that a person, by fearing this fear, brings upon himself a miracle, but a miracle beferesya, a miracle in public. What is this act that a person can do to bring upon himself a miracle? So the Zohar Kadosh says, you know, Chazal teach us that a person that has fear of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yirat Shamayim, that fear and stress in Yirat Shamayim of Kudsha Berichu causes him to have what? Causes him to have a long life. All common sense says if you have fear, it should shorten your life. This fear actually lengthens your life. Why is that? Because HaKadosh is something simple. When a person fears HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and he sticks to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and he holds on to Etz HaChaim, in that very moment, all the other fears and stress in the world cannot apply to him. Where all the other fears, all the other anxieties, all the other places where we feel unknown, unsecure, they all come from what? They all come from a lack of dvikut, bekutsha berichu, holding on to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They come from a lack of holding on to sin, and that's what causes us to have fear. A person wants to get rid of all this fear and all this stress, let go of the sin, and grab onto HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And when you grab onto HaKadosh Baruch Hu, there's no fear that can hold on to a person. He has emunah. He holds on to his faith. Nothing can push him down. In Sabbatai we can see this week's Parasha. We see Yehuda walks up to Yosef. Yosef is being very strong, doesn't want to release Binyamin, doesn't want to release Shimon. Yehuda comes to him and he says, you know, Yosef, king of Egypt, please, take me as a slave. I will be yours forever. Just release Binyamin. Yosef looks at him. He says, no. I don't want you. I want Binyamin. One moment later, it says in the Torah, Yehuda changes his perspective now of attitude. He turns around, walks to his brothers. What does he tell his brothers? Tzaddikim, we have a plan. I'm going to destroy 3 gates. Each one of you is going to destroy another gate, and we're going to tear down the biggest empire in the world. We're going to destroy Egypt in one day. And as we know, the Shvatim, the tribes, they had that koach. Shimon and Levi, they destroyed Shechem in one day. They were children. They were 13 years old. Yaakov, it said Yaakov, he was the koach that Yaakov had, that he gave onto his Shvatim of war, because they had HaKadosh Baruch Hu fighting with them, was above all nature. So the question that I always ask is, I don't understand. Yehuda, one moment ago, was saying, he was surrendering, saying, take me as a slave. Take me. And then 1 month later, he said, I'm going to destroy 3 gates, and we're going to put Egypt to the ground. What happened in Yehuda's head that suddenly changed his perspective and attitude completely from one corner to the next? So I said, maybe you can say something like this. Yehuda When he saw that Yosef HaTzadik was being hard, and that this king of Egypt was being tough, Yehuda started to have fear. Why? Because Yehuda said, maybe this is the punishment of the sin that we did with Yosef. All of us, the brothers, we sinned, we sold our brother, when we shouldn't have done so. Yehuda said, this is HaKadosh Baruch Hu punishing me. So he was full of fear. So he came to Yosef. What did he tell Yosef? Take me as a slave. I don't want to fight you. I can't fight you. I am below all. The moment Yosef said, no, I don't want you, I want Binyamin, all the fear of Yehuda got taken away. Why? Because Yehuda said, Binyamin didn't sell Yosef. There was no sin done by Binyamin. So if he wants to take Binyamin, he's not going after me. That means there's no concept of fear. And the concept of Yehuda fearing of going to war against Yosef got completely diminished. And Yehuda said, I'm going to destroy Egypt. Abotai, the secret of destroying and completely eliminating all our fears, all our stress, is starting to have fear and starting to have stress of sin. When a person has sin, fear and stress of sin, no other fear can touch him, no other fear can affect him. So Bezat Hashem Abotai, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give us Yirat Shamayim, fear of Kodesh Baruch Hu, in order for Bezat Hashem to live a life full of simcha, full of berayut, full of Besarot Tovot, and may all our prayers be heard. Amen.